think too many companies would complain about having too many leads and too many potential clients to follow up with. Actually, in Japan, it's the exact opposite problem, isn't it? Hello, my name is Greg Story. I'm the president of Dale Carnegie Training here in Japan. We deal with a lot of companies, we do a lot of sales training here, and it's quite interesting to see how sales is done in Japan. Route sales, where you have a set number of clients you call on, and it's really go and see those clients and get orders and fill orders and just keep going with it, sort of farming, quite well established. And most Japanese salespeople are pretty good on doing that. But the problem is that's a limited number of clients that you already have. And clients drop out and things change, so you've always got to fill that pipeline and have more clients coming in. The problem is most Japanese salespeople not that interested in doing that. We were running a training session here yesterday, and I was looking at the participants. There's probably 60 of them, and interestingly enough, 1/3 really got it, and they understood the power of having a sales process to walk the client right through the many steps to coming to a conclusion and getting a close to the sale. But there are still a big chunk of people who didn't quite see the relevance of this because they were only able to farm and they didn't understand how to hunt. Now, if you've got lots and lots of clients and lots of business, maybe you don't need to hunt. But if you do need to hunt, then these people are certainly not going to be the guys and gals to go out there and do that. So you think about that. Why is that? Why aren't they able to go out there and create new business and start, beating the bushes and find new clients? And I'm sure every sales manager is looking for growing revenues, growing the client base, filling the pipeline. But in Japan, we have a lot of resistance to that still. And part of the problem is Japanese people are shy. They don't like to cold call. They don't like to do prospecting. It's quite amazing to me. I go to a lot of networking events here in Tokyo, and these are run by international chambers of commerce, and so the language is English in most cases, and it's an international environment. When you get to the venue, very, very amazingly, a lot of the Japanese who already arrived earlier are sitting at the tables. Now, the event may not start for another 15, 20 minutes because that's a networking portion of the event. They've gone straight to the table and sat right down. They don't get up. They don't try and meet new people. They don't try and broaden their scale and scope of contacts. They just sit there. And I always think, isn't that strange? I mean, you're at an event. Here's an opportunity to create new business, meet possible clients, make connections, but they sit right down. And this is a shyness. This is this reluctance to meet people you don't know. Now, if there's someone you do know and they introduce you to someone you don't know, well, that's acceptable. That's fine. The only problem with that is again, it's very limited. I think we have to be a bit more proactive than that. So why don't we see people prospecting? Well, of course, you're ringing someone you don't know. It's a cold call. It's a targeted call. It's not telemarketing where you just got a whole random group of numbers and you're just phoning those numbers. These are companies you've selected. You've decided that matches with the type of ideal customer that you already have now. Similar industry, similar business, probably got similar needs. Here's an opportunity to make a new customer. Let's ring them up. But we don't see very many Japanese people wanting to do that. They'd rather just keep farming the same people that are going to do the route sales, go around and meet all the same customers. So how do we get around that? How do we get Japanese people to say, I need to grow my customer base. I need to really fill my pipeline. I need to get on that phone and ring people. The first thing they need to know is how to do it. How to do that. How do you make a call to someone you don't know with confidence, having the right structure? We have to teach people that. First of all, you've got to explain, who you are and what do you want. So out of the blue, you're suddenly calling, what's the name of your company, who you are, what's the purpose of the call? And then there has to be a massive big hook in what you're telling them that gets them interested to know more. And this is the design component. Now, this is what's lacking. People don't know how to do that. They don't speak with confidence. They're shy, they're hesitant, they're bumbling, they're stumbling. Got to be very fluent, very fluid, really brimming with confidence, with authority. And if you've got a well-designed structure, here's who I am, here's my company, this is why I'm calling, this is what I'm going to be able to do for you. So it might be a general statement about who you are, some evidence of where you've done that for another company and had success, And numbers are always very good there. Now, you may not know what that company is actually looking for because you haven't got that far through the sales process yet to uncover need, but it's always good to refer to revenue increases. So if you've been working with a company, you've increased their revenue by 20, 30% or reduced their turnover by 10, 15, 20%, something with numbers that's very tangible, it establishes credibility. And then as you get into this questioning process, you may learn that's actually not what they're worried about. They've got a different problem. Well, that's fine. You can talk about it then. But we need that hook initially to be able to even have that conversation. So who we are, why we're calling, where we've had success before, and then we're not into push sales here. In Japan, people don't like pushy salespeople. What we're looking for there is a suggestion, a very toned down suggestion. Maybe we could do the same thing for you. I'm not sure, but in order for me to know that, it'd be really great if we could get together and we could explore this whole subject a bit further. If it's on the phone, you're making an appointment, are you available this week or how about next week? So alternative of choice there, either which is an answer yes, as opposed to can we meet, which is yes or no. So this week or next week, is it going to be Monday or Wednesday? Is it going to be morning or afternoon? And at that point, we stop the alternative choice because it gets a bit manipulative, a bit boring, a bit false. So which week, which day, morning, afternoon, and then just pick a time. Or how if it's afternoon, how about 3 o'clock? No, I can't do 3 o'clock. What time would be good? Could you do 4 o'clock? Okay, 4 o'clock. We're happy with that. So prospecting requires a structure. It requires a script that is in the mind, not too complicated, certainly not being read. And I can tell you I've heard that. You can tell straight away. The cadence is there reading it. So who we are, what we do, evidence where we've done something wonderful for somebody else, suggestion we can do something for you, and then go into trying to set up the appointment. So these are simple things, but we just don't see Japanese people trying this because of this shyness. Well, we've got to fill that pipeline, we've got to get over that shyness, we've got to get through. We're not rejecting you personally. If we don't make the appointment, we don't accept the call, we're just rejecting your offer today in this particular format, at this point in the cycle of business, in this point of budgeting, whatever it might be. And we've got to make a lot of those calls. We say, if you want to find the handsome prince or the beautiful princess, you've got to kiss a lot of frogs. That means you've got to call a lot of people, try a lot of contacts. That's a volume business, but they should be targeted clients. So let's get people out there and thinking about how to do that, get them working on a structure, and then practice, role play. Don't practice on the client. Practice on your colleagues, get it fluent, and then just get on the phone. Get on the phone. Have a set time every day for prospecting. Every day for prospecting. It's got to become a discipline. It's got to become a habit. Get that into the schedule. Do it every day. Build a pipeline. And if you do that, then your business will go right up.